streaming right now. Song Good Morning. Rick Godley here with you, and you are looking at Sue Martin. We're going to be talking about Four Paws Rescue, Rodeo Road, Ruston, in advance of, well, first of all, sustaining causes, but in advance of the cold snap that's coming in over this weekend, ways that you can get involved and help out. The Book of Love. I touch roses right here on the new Rue 102. I am Rick Godley. It is 8:28 today. A timestamp, if you will, on the Gregorian calendar. It is the 17th of January. Happens to be a Friday. We're fired up the live stream, live and local radio, live streaming. Sue Martin is our guest here in advance of, and also prompted by Tootsie, the office manager. You and Tootsie there, Sue, go way back, I would dare say, don't you, huh?
Yes.
And
yes.
Anyway, so let's stay focused. Four Paws. I mean, we got sustaining issues, and then we have critical issues that are coming up this weekend. First of all, let's just assume somebody doesn't know about Four Paws. Why don't you tell them who you are?
We have been here 20 years. We're in our 20th year, and we provide food and shelter and medical care and finding homes for the area homeless, abused, and abandoned dogs.
And that's it?
Well, we're a nonprofit.
Right. There, keep going. This is your chance.
Good. We're a nonprofit, and we receive no funding from local or state or federal, but we have many donors, and we actually operate through donations and our fundraisers. Our monthly expenses have really risen recently. For instance, yesterday I ordered some flea and tick preventative. It used to be $40, now it's $71. So our monthly expenses are around $14,000 a month.
$14,000 a month. And what's the best way for somebody to say, you know what, I want to opt in. I saw this, I heard this, and it's time for me to do it. Is there a website or?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Our website is fourpawsrescueinc.org, and on that site we have several ways to donate. The easiest is the ACH, which is an automatic withdrawal from your bank account to our operating account. Mm-hmm. We have quite a few of those. It comes in monthly. I'm even a donor. You just set it up in your bank account, and on the 19th of every month, whatever you're choosing to donate goes into our operating account. This works really well. Also, we have what we call kennel sponsorships, which is $50 a month or $1,200 a year. Mm-hmm. And you sponsor a kennel, and we send you pictures of the dogs, and it helps pay for their flea and tick preventative, heartworm preventative, food, and occasional vet visits. Let's see.
What's the population, I guess, and I know you're at capacity. What is capacity? So let's talk about numbers. How many dogs and cats do we have?
We stay at 70.
70.
We're comfortable with 55. Just yesterday, we had some adoptions, and 4 puppies were dumped in our driveway. So we had not even cleaned their space.
Right.
So it's hard to keep a set number. We take as many as we can.
Right, and let's follow up on the adoptions that folks can come out and get the dogs. There's no need to go shopping anywhere. They're already here. That's and right. So folks can come out, and you have a lot of success stories on that, and that is good. At the same time, you know and I know, to spay is to alleviate the problem in the future. So talk about that.
Absolutely. We have just received a small grant from the Louisiana Overpopulation Program, mm-hmm. and it was only $1,000, but we will be offering low-cost spay-neuter to those families that qualify financially. What we need is a low-cost spay-neuter clinic. In fact, Farmerville or Union Parish just got one.
Right.
So this is something that we would love to see started. Spay-neuter is the only solution. We can't adopt ourselves out of this dilemma.
You're exactly right. Now, and what's got to be encouraging is community coming together to work together. You had a community meeting, and you have another one planned, too.
Yes.
Talk about the first meeting, and then update us on the second meeting, because I'd like to be there to help out.
We're trying to work with the city and the parish and Four Paws because we're all trying to save animals.
Right.
And the meeting was very productive. We addressed some concerns, And our second meeting will be to see if some of those have been resolved. For instance, the parish, there's one animal control officer to pick up animals within a 400-mile radius. That's just not working.
Right.
And we all are in the same business. We're trying to save the animals. So our next meeting, I think, is later this month.
Okay. All right.
And I think this is just going to be with the parish mayor and Four Paws. I'm not sure if it's open to the public, but I'll let you know.
All right. Good deal. Good deal. All right. So pressing needs for the sake of those that are watching this in the future. This happens to be Friday, the 17th of January. We're going to get to a high. And by the way, we're in Ruston, Louisiana, because we're being social mediaized right now. And we are a light where people can get to see people working together for the greater good of the communities. All right. Come Monday, we're getting a cold snap. You just said you got 70 K9s out there and K10s and K11s. What do you need? I mean, people can come and foster out for a little bit, or people can invest in heat lamps. Tell us the pressing needs.
We had 29 of our dogs pulled for foster the last 2 weeks ago,
Okay.
approximately. And out of those, 8 never came back because they were adopted.
That's great.
But this is not we're not trying to get our dogs adopted. We're trying to keep them warm. This one, if there is frozen precipitation, we could very easily lose power. And you're right, Rick, we use heat lamps.
Ah, right.
And they can go out without power. We can always use donations of the heat lamps, and we buy ours at Tractor Supply.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to foster, you fill out a foster application on our website, and we interview you. You come and get the dog. We provide food, bedding, treats, toys, and it was a huge success.
Cool.
The community really stepped up.
Right. Right.
So that was very helpful.
So the goal, again, is if folks want to, before Sunday, head on out to Four Paws to foster, and you get to keep what you like if you like what you get, and that's a good thing. So let's do that, and then funds for the heat lamps and/or generators. You need generators?
Yes, we have 2 and 1 works. 2 years ago, when we had the really, really icy spell, we had wonderful people come out and bring their own generators.
Right.
I hope we don't get to that point now.
It's not going to be that way, not at all. I guarantee you. No, we're going to get cold tomorrow night, 26. We're going to get cold Sunday down to 19. Cold on Tuesday again into the teens, but we're going to warm up to the 30s and 40s. So
That's
we can
good to
we can
know.
we can dispel the frozen sheet, which I do remember that. But closing thoughts, closing words. How can folks help and volunteer? You need volunteers.
Always.
All right. How do they do that?
They fill out a volunteer form on our website again. We contact them and set up training, and the training is about an hour, and then they volunteer. We have a lot of college students, Grambling and Tech, come, and they just like to walk the dogs. We had a group come yesterday, and they played with the puppies in the park. But, Rick, I do have one request I'd like to
All
make. We are going to build a building this year. We have to have a climate control building, and a metal building is only $35,000. Of course, you have to finish it out. So we already have $27,000 in our building fund, and I'd like to take this opportunity to ask people to go to our website and go to donate, and we do have a building fund. We are selling brick pavers to put in our memorial garden, which has a rainbow bridge for your deceased pets, and we're selling the pavers, and you put them down there. They're $50, and we get to keep most of that. That will go into our building fund.
All
so
right.
That's our big goal for 2025.
Well, let's make that happen. You know how to make the connections there. Four Paws Rescue here on the new Rue 102. And Sue, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you.
The song's not Golden Retriever, but it is Golden Years by David Bowie, where it is the best mix of music on the new Rue 102.